Welcome to Dr. Manjit Kaur's Desi Wellness Kitchen, promoting awareness of blood pressure across with the Hindsight of Sikh channel on Sky 840, presenting another concept of a wonderful recipe. Welcome to my Desi Wellness Kitchen. On a mission with Dr. Manjit Kaur, how do we support our Sikh generation, today's and oncoming young generation, on having good foods? Sankta, blood pressure is a big issue. It comes through stress, it comes through a huge intake of salts and fried foods, it comes through lack of exercise, it comes through genetic inheritance. But that doesn't mean that je thade maapiyan nu blood pressure hai te thanu avash hoega. Watch out for what you eat and your lifestyle. Genetically we carry everything, but how do we correct this? And how do we promote good foods to stop becoming victims? Here is a wonderful display I have got. Have a look at chappan kaddu, have a look at squash, which is actually going to go into my wonderful dish, which is of mung beans. And here is yam. Two different kinds of yams, chota te vada, both are amazing. And then obviously prunes and dates. These are great for blood pressures, sogiyan, but the good sogiyan which are not sugar coated. Here I am on a mission to show you exactly what I want to promote and how we can move forward to promote blood pressure concept. Chal rahe ne ek nawe andaz te nawe show te, join me. This is not the naughty concept, this is the good concept of cooking. Come along and let's get cooking. So basic jada apni cheese hegi hai, I'm promoting mung beans or sprouted mung beans. Have got, especially for Vaishnu people, they have more protein than normal mung beans. It's known not to cause bloatedness because jedi ungrai hui dal hundi hai, eda protein concept enna jada hunda hai that it does not create carbohydrate, which is one of the starch issues that affects huge amounts of issues to do with raised mutapa, jo fat around the stomach. So how do we promote that? Let's go ahead and do another cook show with Dr. Manjit Kaur. Chal rahe ne? So here is a concept of sprouted mung beans, lasan, amazing for blood pressure, adrak for digestion, kaju again as an essential fiber, and onions and red onions. Ji haan. So I've got my sprouted mung beans. Jere ke main bahute boil nahi karne, I'm going to keep live. I've also got boiled gunga beans, which main boil kitte hoye ne. Excuse me. That's half a kala of gunga beans. Beans are very important for blood pressure patients because of the fiber and also the protein. Very important that we have protein to reduce fat around the abdomen. That can cause cellulitis around the fat, that can cause huge amounts of issues when the rib cage gets raised. So I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of rapeseed oil. Okay, just taking it off the pan. So a little bit of rye and jeera, cook it up with mustard seeds, 1 heaped tablespoon of mustard seeds, jenu appa rye kane. You can hear the crackling noise. Ede vich I'm adding just a 3/4 cup of onions. Red onions are much better. Jadon heat ke very high hove, I do take my pan off the heat. The worst thing is jadon tudka sare paase splatter karda hove. While this is cooking, I've got basil leaves. Basil leaves are very important for, and I'm going to make you a beautiful raw salad as well. I'm going to add basil leaves chopped to the fragrance is beautiful. Basil leaves both jururi are for blood pressure patients. And I'm cutting purely to get the, enjoy the fragrance. And now vadiya fragrance hega ya. So you can hear the sizzling noise. Dal is now nearly cooked. Main overcook nahi karna, bilkul. And as a pani road ke, the gunga beans, to save time, you will appreciate ke aapa nu clock karna penda 28-35 mintan de vich this kind of programs. Adding in 1 heaped tablespoon of lasan. That all goes in. I'm not cutting it completely, chopping it down. I want to keep the goodness in it. ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਪਾ ਲੈਣੇ ਨੇ basil leaves, just to get the beautiful fragrance. In goes the basil leaves. ਇਹਦੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਸੈਲਡ ਬਣਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਔਰ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਲੱਗੇਗੀ ਸੈਲਡ. Adding in ਧਨੀਆ ਤੇ ਮੇਥੀ mixed. ਔਰ the fragrance ਬੜਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਮਿਕਸ ਕਰ ਦੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ. Always never cook on high heat and never kill anything. So jab tak ye ho reha, just another about a minute or so, because ਅਸੀਂ ਲਸਣ ਨੂੰ kill ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲਸਣ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹਦਾ oil ਬੜਾ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ. ਇੱਧਰ ਸਾਡੀ ਮੂੰਗ ਬੀਨ ਦਾਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਉਂਗਰਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਦਾਲ ਰਿੱਝ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ. ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਬੰਦ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ because ਮੈਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ overcook ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ. Overcooking can kill all the nutrition and minerals. बहुत ज़्यादा बीमारियां जड़ियां लोगों ਨੂੰ हो रही ने ਉਹ हो रही ने because of demineralization and ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ अच्छे खुराक ਵਿੱਚ nutrition ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ladies ਖਾਣਾ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਪਕਾਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਕਿ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਨਸ਼ਟ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ. ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਆਪਾਂ just a half a bowl of tomato pureed. So that's just been done with 2 tablespoons of rapeseed oil. That is one of the best oils. जिन्हों ने हुणे मेरी सीरीज शुरू कीतियां देखनिया, you will appreciate क्यों मैं promote कर रही है तेल and why it is so important. पा रही है मैं just a half a bowl of cashew nuts because I want this to be cooked and softened. I'm reducing the heat now. एक बारी बच्चों ਨੂੰ heat concept बारे पता लग जावे. And then cooking is not a mission. बहुत ज़्यादा बच्चे डर जाते हैं कि heat ਨੂੰ किदा control करना. पहले तो mind थोड़ा cooking ਵਿੱਚ होना चाहिए and your mind should not be somewhere else or thinking about something else because until food is not cooked with passion, the biggest masala which is called love, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਖਾਣਾ ਸਵਾਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ. ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੀਸ਼ੀਅਸ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਈਟ ਚੱਪਨ ਕੱਦੂ ਔਰ ਚੱਪਨ ਕੱਦੂ ਦੀ ਰੋਟੀ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਫੁਲਕਾ ਬਣਾਇਆ, ਬੜਾ ਸਵਾਦ ਬਣਿਆ. I'm adding in squash, which is one of the best, hai ta bada okha katna, but is very important for blood pressure. It's amazing for making sabji, but also not overcooking it, and great for making juicing. But adding this squash into my base tudka and letting it soften up. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਦਮ ਦੇ ਦੇਣਾ ਕਿ low heat ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਥੋੜਾ ਗਾਲਣਾ ਹੀ ਆ. And then adding in all the cooked things. जब तक ये हो रहा मैं दाल नू परे करता heat तो पर मैं इहदा पानी नहीं रोड़ना purely because इहदे पानी दे विच ही goodness हैगी है. बहुत लोग सब्जियां बॉयल करके उन्हें लगता कि उन्होंने goodness मिल रही है. इस नू आपां ढक दिए कि sweating दे नाल कुछ पकड़ लग पवे. So on low heat we will try to get this right, and it's time ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਗਲ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ we've got the gunga beans. ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਪਾ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ desiccated coconut which is very important. ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਥੋੜੇ ਟਾਈਮ 5 ਮਿੰਟਾਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਅਦਰਕ ਤੇ ਮਿਰਚਾਂ of your choice ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਾ ਸਕਦੇ. ਜੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਅੱਛੀਆਂ ਲੱਗਦੀਆਂ that's okay, but previous series or blood pressure series ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਵੀ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਕਿ apricots are very important, good apricots but not sugar coated, and you should have a couple of figs. ਇਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਬਜ਼ੀ ਚ ਪਾਣੇ ਨੇ. ਲੋਕੀ ਰੈਸਟੋਰੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ and English people tend to like the food because it's a bit sweetened, but this is a natural sweetness. Covers is one of another reasons why people suffer from blood pressure. So we must try to look at issues of constipation and try to promote that a good bowel movement. I know it's a cooking recipe at this time, but to actually harbor good nutrition and then to have a very good bowel movement is very important because that would actually reflect onto your condition of how you will absorb food because covers becomes a big problem. So ek do wari tusi enu halao. ਤੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਗਾਲਣਾ ਚੱਪਨ ਕੱਦੂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਹੀ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਇਹਨੂੰ 15 ਮਿੰਟਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨੇ ਗਲ ਜਾਣਾ. ਆਲਵੇਜ਼ ਕੀਪ ਫੂਡ ਅੰਡਰ ਕੁਕਡ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਿਰ ਦਮ ਹੋਏਗਾ if you can look कि मैं कोई हल्दी नहीं पाई, बिल्कुल natural ਜਿਹੜਾ color tomatoes ਦਾ ਉਹ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ, because I'm not promoting cooked haldi. You can appreciate ਕਿ ਕਮੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਚੈਨਲ ਦੀ ਆਪਾਂ shows ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ promoting raw haldi. Why? Because haldi is anti-inflammatory, antifungal, antibacterial, anti-cancer, microbial. So bacteria mardi hai ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ. So it's so important that ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਖਾਈਏ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਨਸ਼ਟ ਨਾ ਕਰੀਏ. Again, the pink salt I'll use will be used at the end of the recipe, promoting stay away from pink salt, white salt or heavy intake of salt. ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਖਾਣੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ salt ਨਹੀਂ taste ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, but the ਖਾਣਾ. As you can see, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ mung beans ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ squash ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ gunga beans ਹੈ, and then you can also create dishes with mixed beans. So important ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਹਫਤੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਖਾਣਾ ਖਾਓ which is high protein, and high protein foods actually give you nutrition and keep your muscles intact, which is also going to help your collagen. ਬਹੁਤ ਲੋਕੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਗੋਡੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ, ਗੋਡੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਠੀਕ. So blood pressure patients ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਸੁੱਕੇ ਮੇਥੇ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਭਿਉਂ ਦਿਓ ਗਰਮ ਪਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, just 1 teaspoon, and 2-3 ਵਾਰੀ ਦਿਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਿਰ ਤੱਤਾ ਪਾਣੀ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਰੋੜ ਦਿਓ. ਉਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੈਲਡ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਵੀ ਪਾਓ ਸੁੱਕੇ ਮੇਥੇ, which are amazing. ਸੈਲਡ ਜਦ ਤੱਕ ਇਹ ਬਣ ਰਿਹਾ, I'm going to get myself busy. ਸੈਲਡ ਖਾਣੀ ਔਰ ਕੱਚੀ ਸੈਲਡ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿਨੋਆ ਸੈਲਡ. ਡੀ-ਥ੍ਰੈਡਿੰਗ ਕਰਨੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ. ਸੈਲਰੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਆ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਅੱਧੀਆਂ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਦੇਖੀਆਂ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਜੂਸਿੰਗ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ. Celery is very important. It's got the most natural salt. And ਬਹੁਤ ਲੋਕੀ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਬਈ ਸਵਾਦ ਨਹੀਂ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਧਾਗੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਚ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ. ਸੈਲਰੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਵਾਦ ਲੱਗੇਗੀ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਡੀਵੇਨ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ. ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਡੀਵੇਨਿੰਗ, ਮਤਲਬ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਧਾਗੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਢ ਦਈਏ ਤੇ ਸੈਲਰੀ ਵਾਹ ਸਵਾਦ ਲੱਗੇਗੀ. ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਪਲੀਜ਼ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਦੋਂ ਸਕੂਲੋਂ ਚੱਕਦੇ ਆ, give them carrots, give them celery sticks, or maybe a little bit of something to dip as a dipping sauce. And that's the time when the worst foods are eaten by children. And this is like raw food. Celery ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਟਾਣੀ ਵੀ ਖਾਣੀ ਬੜੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੌੜੀ ਆ. ਜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਖਾਣ ਚੋਰ ਹੈ, somehow ਬਰੀਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਦਿਓ. Juicing recipes ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਹੀ ਆ, promoting juicing, but of the right kind of juicer. And I hope that you keep watching Sikh channel series to enjoy an amazing concept of Eastern-Western mix of my cook show, bringing awareness and jagrati, across the globes of UK, Europe. So, wananchi Africa, na ona hiyo chakula mina tiari tamu tamu, mina furahi sana wewe watu yote napenda program hiyo kwa Sikh channel. Karibu. So let's go on to the avocado. Very important because it's a good fat. People are not having the right fats. It is the right fats jis karke apa pinniyan launch kitiyan ne that actually save the organs from disease. So just scooping out avocado, बहुत लड़कियां कह दिंदियां हाँ जी avocado fattening आ, पर उन्होंने वो भुल गया कि उन्होंने दिन दे विच बाकी दा फैट केड़ा गलत खादा, वो concept दे विच ही नहीं आ रहा. So sometimes there can be a few black pit marks, but that doesn't mean कि avocado खराब हैगा या. It just is a bit of oxidization. Cooking should be done with passion. It is an art. ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਏਗਾ ਕੁਕਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਉਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਥਕੇਮਾ ਵੀ ਉਤਰ ਜਾਏਗਾ. In itself, it is creative and it's a great concept for the mind. So I'm just going to toss this in. In goes my celery sticks with my basil leaf. And then you can just grate the carrots as you like. ਜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾਂਦੇ, then try to encourage them. Grater ਦੇ ਨਾਲ. And I'm going to use raw beetroot, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈਗਾ for blood and formation of healthy blood cells. Beetroot brings in good amount color. And ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਕੱਦੂਕਾਸ beetroot, raw beetroot. Boil karke le lo tami theek hai, but I'm promoting raw salad today, a huge promotion on raw salad, and that's my amazing beetroot. And I'm going to put it on this corner. Hun tusi appe dekh lo, the color concept is so beautiful. that anybody who's never eaten salad or is khanchor of salad will actually eat salad. Grated chappan kaddu, adding it to the other side of my basil. Here is my basil leaves, adding that there. So to my salad, I'm going to add in tomatoes and pumpkin and sunflower seeds. ਇਹਦੇ ਪਾਸਕੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਗਿਆਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਪਿਛਲੇ programs ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ pumpkin and sunflower seeds ਲੈਣੇ, one handful for blood pressure patients are very important. Tomatoes ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਵੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਪਸੰਦ ਹੈਗੇ ਕੱਟ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ. I'm cutting them just round in halves to put them around in a massive circle there. So on to this concept of adding some figs and making it a little bit sweet and sour, which is amazing. I'm just going to drizzle it over. Again, figs are great, you know. So je aapa ਇੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਈਏ for the cameraman to focus. And I'm going to do an amazing dressing, and I'm going to add in a few apricots onto this. And while we're going to do this, then I'm going to boil my couscous and add in my one handful of pumpkin sunflower seeds. And this is high fiber. Pumpkin sunflower seeds, malap, gdoi, bacteria, and ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਹਾਰਬਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੋਲਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ and ਕਬਜ਼ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ because fiber high ਆ. I'm now going to toss in my mung beans. Sane pani bahut thoda sangto, because I want to make it a little bit saucy but not too saucy. And look at the colors are so radiant as that the chappan kaddu is there. It's looking great. Multitasking kitchen de vich karo te really 20 minutes de vich thadi roti ho sakdi a. I'm going to add in only half a bowl of gunga beans, which is this, and the other half I'm going to use in my couscous salad. Jeda ki main S dish de naal promote karna. So that's my now just heating process but not overcooking. And I've got my, if you can hear my kettle going, and I'm going to add in a teaspoon and a half of salt, 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds, very important. Sesame seeds are high in the good oils and also very good for cabbage. आपने देखा ही होगा कि साढ़े cake de vich vi apa sesame seeds add kite si. This santo in 20 minutes wrapping up is a delicious meal which, you know, nobody should be able to say it's not nutritious. It is amazing. Pari hai main plenty of tania and adding some tania cut to my salads, but the rest will go into my main dish. Enu mein chakki, I'm going to now add in just a cup of hot oil, water. Put that on my gas fire, heat it, light it up, and I'm going to add in my half cup of couscous that goes in there, and a tablespoon of just rapeseed oil, so it doesn't stick. And in 2 minutes, this is ready with a beautiful concept. 1 just tablespoon, and I'm going to cover this up now and let that cook not more than 3 minutes. And while that is being done, I'm going to make my dressing. In my dressing, a good brand olive oil. Please again try to make sure ke kach di bottle hove, because that means the oil is not rancid. Yeah, plastic does react with many things, polycarbons, no matter how safe they promote it to be. So sorry, I'll be putting in 3 tablespoons of olive oil, a good brand, and should be cold pressed. Dhyan karyo. Any olive oil that has gone through heat process will be a cheap oil, and that is an oil which is not great for you or for your condition. Ede vich main pa rahi ha powdered garlic powder. So 1 nice teaspoon of mustard heaped, ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ I'm going to add in just a dash of salt, and I really mean a pinch, no more than that. Please look out ਕਿ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ body ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ. And I'm going to add in chives, mixed herbs. Look out for my herb jar. Sage, very important for circulation and for women in menopause. Just half a teaspoon of sage. And I'm going to add some paprika to make it a bit hot, but not too hot. And this is Italian garlic with amazing taste, other than the powder garlic. You can add fresh garlic. So that goes in. Jab tak mera couscous base hona, my full meal is ready. So I'm trying to promote that we need to avoid too much wheat intake. And if I may just excuse myself and have a look here, my couscous is actually ready. That's so beautiful. Enu main dum de dena and close my gas cooker, obviously, and making sure that koi bachcha kol na howe to cause any kitchen injuries. Kai vari jadon main hospitals jama and I see 3rd degree burns bachchiyan de, and kafi vari Indian bachche dekhi de in bachchiyan de specialist hospital who have had 3rd degree burns with cha, Indian tea, or burn bachche nu kyon zyada hunda. I'm going to add 2 more teaspoons because of the chini, the sugar in the tea actually creates that syrupy effect. Jede naal bachche nu they get 3rd degree burns. So this is going to go onto my salad. Amazing dressing. Jive vi thanu theek lagda. While this is going to go over there, back on heat, because I don't want to overcook it. And I'm going to add in my cream coconut to make it creamy, and leave that just to melt through the heat. Jab tak ye heat hoega, I'm ready to display my dish. So just enu thoda kapa dam de dena. And you can add chilies to taste vagara vagara as you like. So that's melting through really fine. It will give you a beautiful creamy taste. Jeda ke tusi, you look out in Indian restaurants thinking, oh, this is lovely, you know. So what I'm going to do is just cover that off, and I'm actually going to close my cooker right now. As you can hear the sizzling noise. Into my bowl, I'm going to stab down, probably obviously being a non-stick pan, never use a metal spoon. So there it is. Because I've added the oil, it's so easy to slip out the couscous, which will be used in place of atta, because we are not promoting flour as a main concept. We have to move away from mono diet, which can be a real issue with our people. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to dab it down, add a bit of paprika to bring in a bit of zing. 3 things I'm going to add. Again, these are dry condiments. You can try to go for fresh. So 1 teaspoon parsley, one teaspoon chives, and adha chamcha dhania, coriander. That's going in here. Mixing all this up, going to present it into my main dish. So look at the green colors. Pello kinna dull lagda siga. Just adding a bit of greenery to the whole thing. And now I'm going to stab it down. Edda daba dena that I get a perfect finish, I hope. I'm going to add the mung beans into the dressing because I'm promoting raw diet, and the taste enough vadiya hoega sangto that you'll say, oh my God, you know, you will have never tasted raw mung beans so beautiful. So the dressing actually is going in. You can see I'm just stirring that in. You can add more olive oil. And with basil underneath, it's such an exciting thing that the salad is never going to be boring for you. And that is pure protein, Sangto. You know, there's 600% more protein in this than any other cooked dal, lelo mungi di dal, which will be very gassy. You will feel flatulence and bloated. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ English food ਹੀ ਖਾਣਾ, ਸਾਨੂੰ Indian food ਨਾਲ gas ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ. Obviously, behi dal does create an issue. So I'm just going to top this on top of my basil leaves, create room, maybe centralize it, and create a wonderful display of mung beans salad with raw green sprouts. So the whole taste is in here, and I'm going to take a drizzle of olive oil and just put my finger on top, and to preserve also the avocado not from oxidizing, a bit of olive oil to drizzle all over. But this is not cooked. This is a high grade olive oil, which is very important as an essential fat. That is my amazing salad. Finally, just to keep my adrak alive, I don't want to kill bibiyang, overcook it. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of heaped of adrak. And I'm going to take my main dish here. Add this onto my plate as a serving, and that's an amazing dish. And top out, hopefully. I'm going to try to get my couscous whole because it's a large bowl. And if it doesn't, you just make the shape. So that is an amazing concept of couscous, and it's just the presentation which makes everything look so good and clean. That here we are not having roti, we are not having we are not having anaj, but what we are having is microbiotic food. Couscous is easy to digest, and if I make way, we've got a beautiful dressing with pumpkin, gunga beans, mung beans, adding in a final dash of lemon to my dish. And lemon, very important, loki keh dite citric bahut acid ho janda lemon naal. Lemon is the most alkaline you know, fruit on earth, as a citrus fruit if you call this. And I take about 20 a day, and that probably is unbelievable. But anybody who stayed with me or has spent a day with me will see कि मैं खुद bottle भर के लेके जानी, and that is my amazing concept of mung beans with pumpkin, couscous, gunga beans, and an amazing raw salad full of vibrant protein. Santo. I hope you've enjoyed my other concept. Join me in another cook show, sending a message of awareness through Sikh channel across the world. And I hope you've enjoyed this. You will do this, cook, and treat your family. Take care of yourself and each other. You get only one life. Your organs are your jewels, not the jewels that you wear outside. Ethe main khima chahni haan. Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.